Hang on. Hang on. Hang
The
on.
Cody face.
Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, and thank you for joining us once again, those monsters of the gaming type. I am Kaiju K. With me here is Juggernaut Jared,
Hello.
Necro Nick,
Hello.
the Mama Bear,
Hello.
the Tiny Trisha,
Hi.
and who knows, maybe more. So we were going to be playing that wonderful game of Elden Rings, but apparently our other buddy there has decided to be a no-show, so we can't do it. So, in lieu of that, we're going to be having a live stream where we're going to be talking about very unusual and weird things, like always. So, you can say excuse me. The whole chair shut. So, in case you guys didn't know, next week's also going to be a fun week for us, as a few of the monsters of gaming will actually be arriving up here in Johnson City, New York, to say hi to me. The first family visit I've had in a long time, so I can't wait. I'm all Twitter-peated. Except, if you take a look at this schnoz of mine, you see that giant schnoz of mine?
Yeah.
I have a cute, and I don't know why they call it a cute, appendicitis.
Sinusitis.
Potato.
If it was a cute appendicitis,
That's
you'd
a
be in
big
the hospital.
difference in potato and patata.
Yeah, I guess so. So,
You'd
folks,
be getting your appendix out.
surprise, surprise, I can't get my appendix out. It's already gone. Ow. You know what else is out? Pancreas. Yeah, I had a pancreatic issue too. Yeah, I have both useless organs and my tonsils gone.
If you
There's the
had
stare
your
down.
pancreas out, shouldn't you be on diuretics?
No,
Yes?
no. Maybe it's not my pancreas. I can't remember what it is. It's one of the freaking ones I'm not supposed to have. I lost it when I was like 6.
Appendix.
Yes, the appendix, and then there's one other.
Gallbladder.
Okay, I have the gallbladder out. Jeez, I can't remember everything that's in me. I can only remember what things I haven't broke yet. So these guys are going to be joining me. I know Juggernaut and I know Necro, and the possibility of a third, which may or may not happen. So these guys will be here for. So it will be Thursday the 15th. 14th, sorry. Thursday the 14th, Friday the 15th, Saturday the 16th, and they will be leaving Sunday the 17th. So we might even have a goodbye. And we might have a few weird videos up. We might not. Who knows? But I am very excited. I haven't seen any of these guys in 7 years, so it's like, I want to say them
Except
now.
for here. On here.
That's right. These guys, they know who I'm pointing at. And Mama Bear
No,
hasn't seen them
I'm
in
saying
longer.
except for on here.
Yeah.
Mama Bear hasn't seen them in over a decade each, so it's just like, and I've never met K-Mod, so
Yep.
if he shows up, I'm gonna crush him in a bear hug anyway. So you know. So next week,
Yeah. Big. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
if he
Big
comes,
if.
if big if. So next week's schedule might be a little off, or we might have weird things happening. You don't know. So that being
But that's par for the course, though. We always have weird things happen. It might get a little weirder.
it might even get weirder. For instance, perhaps one of these gentlemen or both may in fact have makeup put on them. We don't know yet. We haven't seen it yet. It could happen though. They could be part of one of Mama Bear's new adventures because yes, again, Mama Bear has once again began her unique adventure. So more videos are coming up, folks. Just you wait. More Mama Bear, the bear of them all, taking on and putting on makeup on everybody and jabbing me in the eye and trying to make me go blind.
That was an
Just remember,
accident. You know it.
don't touch the
Stop it.
beard.
I know it was an accident, babe. Calm down. So, I'm super excited. Like I said, we were going to do Elden Rings. Can't now. But that doesn't mean we can't do other things. So, the
I
topic
can't
tonight...
wait until June.
Right. So the topic here is anthropomorphic monkey girls. What? I'm joking. Although Necro's all over that idea.
Weirdo.
Something about having hands for feet and tails just gets them going. Anyway, I heard that laugh out there, so I don't think I didn't hear that. Well, I didn't whip that. That was your mom.
Necro!
I'm caught in the crossfire. Although I will say this. I just recently watched somebody running a game called I Just Want to Hug the Gator Gal. Okay? No. Let me say this. The ending was so sweet that I teared up a little. He goes around helping this girl in a wheelchair. She's an anthropomorphic gator. And in the end, she by using her tail and just being stubborn, she stood herself up at the prom so they could dance with each other. And she was struggling,
awesome.
but she was trying. It was so wholesome. It hit hard. Like, even if it wasn't a gator girl, if it was just a human being doing that, it would hit hard. So, from one monster to the creators of I Just Want to Hug the Gator Gal, you guys did a phenomenal job in a game that I expected to be dirty as shite, and it turned out to be very wholesome. So, I hope you guys win some kind of award for that. I really do. So, that being said, however, Elden Ring is coming out, and folks, it is coming out with a DLC. The DLC, to be exact.
I mean, hell, it was $40 DLC.
Yeah. So they also said it's going to be almost.
Which is, 2/3 of the game cost, I believe, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
because
So
it started at 60.
They said that the new map is going to be almost as big, if not bigger, than the current map. So I mean, it could be worth it. It could definitely be worth it.
Don't do that.
And I know 2 of us own it already.
Yep. I'm surprised that Herb doesn't have it yet.
I think he said he was going to, but he was also being a little salty because Juggernaut was like, actually, Herb's going to get it cheaper. I'm like, no, that's the same price I paid. Ha 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 ha.
So the big thing I have set up is the idea of what do we want from Elden Ring's DLC. Now, I know not everybody can play it yet. I'm still working on it, Jug. Don't worry. I got something in the motion for you. You may not like it, but I have something in the motion for you.
Come on. Here's the thing. I don't mind being the guy who's behind the keyboard, like, and you say, Juggernaut, where's this? All right, let me look it up.
I know. I like that. I like having an on-the-call thesaurus here. But if I can fang dangle what I'm trying to do with my buddies in the military, you'll be able to play with us.
Cool.
Let's just say that it's 2024, so they're updating the computers at Fort Drum. And if one of their 2020 models just happens to fall off a truck nearby my house, I just happen to grab it and bring it into the house, and then I just so happen to mail it to Juggernaut. Wink, 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 wink.
You do have my address.
I may, in fact, be able to send him a better computer. That being said, however, it's a hypothetical.
And don't worry, you will have this next week.
I don't want that one.
You will have one of these next week.
But will Mama Bear have one of those next week?
Yes.
Okay, then all is well in the world. She just started stomping her feet like a little girl, like.
And I will be bringing up some possibility of some pizza, maybe.
Hey, listen. You said you and me would be able to have Taco Bell together. If we can do that, that beats out the pizza. That's all I'm saying, man.
Okay.
So trying to get back to, I'm so hyped these guys are coming up. I am so hyped. It's the first time I've had any family up in the past 7 years, and these guys are my family. They know it.
Other than when you had your brother-in-law literally next to your house.
Listen, he swears to this day that he had no idea that I lived there. In fact, for the past couple of years, my family had this thought that I was living in New York City for some reason. This being said, however, if there was something you wanted in an Elden Ring game, what is something you would want to see coming up? What do you be thinking there, Jug? What would be something you'd want to see in an Elden Ring game?
Honestly, I'd want to see nods to the previous games.
Yes.
I'm talking Easter egg type nods, like you walk by a couple skeletons, and there were a couple skeletons of some players that had been through here. Like that's amazing,
like a well-known
stuff like that.
players, right? Or
Mhm.
like a weapon out of nowhere, like the demon's hand sword or something like that. Just something. Just what's this doing here? I see that. I see that. Some nods to the previous games. Now I do know that they have a few tiny little nods, but if you don't go to this area or that area, you'd never even know they were there. Necro, anything you'd like to see in the game?
I mean, well, the problem is I haven't really watched much or played much of any except for what you can see on the channel.
Well, no, I'm just like, what would you see yourself using in the game? What would be something you'd want to see them bring in? I mean, they talked about bringing in new weapon types, new weapon families. So, like, they're already talking about something called, I think they're calling them monk weapons or something, which is like hand-to-hand combat weapons, like punches, kicks, rotation kicks, that kind of stuff.
You know what? I would actually like to see the whips be able to throw out like how some of the swords are able to throw out some kind of like special technique.
Right.
Because it kind of makes sense. I mean, you've seen it in so many other games. Why not?
Right, and that's that's something that drives me nuts about the whips, because whips are, and I don't care if y'all want to fight me for it, I'll fight you. Whips are some of the greatest weapons in the game. Ignoring shields, ignoring cover, being able to strike enemies from distances and ranges and locations they weren't expecting you to hit fry. But other than the giant's mane and the lava candlestick, there's really not much to them. You can't have no real unique effects or unique abilities. And it's just like, that would be pretty cool to see some new weapons, whips and that kind of stuff.
See, I mean, like, it would give a person like myself build a lot more diversity where you could actually spec into strength and have it actually refer to something. You know what I mean? Because you're now using the magic from it as well as now dealing damage with it.
Ah, I got you. I see it, yeah. Be honest with you.
Because let's say Sax, with my build, other than throwing into intelligence and mind, other than trying to get like a weapon stat, to be able to use a weapon.
Right. Like something like a pure mage weapon or mage armor, not something that you have to mix dexterity and strength with.
Right.
Kind of like the ethereal blade that we just picked up the other day, the one that weighs nothing and only uses holy.
Yeah.
Something like that. I think every weapon should have something like that. And with strength, it's the wacky hammer.
The wacky hammer.
I have not gotten to that position yet, Jug, but when I get the wacky hammer, I'm going to start running around screaming like Mario going, "Let's go!" It's a giant hammer. It's massive. It's just, woo! Let's go!
Honestly, you want to know how they can make that even better?
How?
Every time you hit someone, it squeaks.
I want the ability to jump up and hit an old block over my head. Doing! Doing! I'm just... something I would like to see, at least a small amount, is more uniqueness when it comes to the armors. As of the moment, there's, I think it's like 16 different helmets, 3 or 4 chest plates, and that's about really it, that really do anything unique in the game. Now, someone's going to be like, actually, there's 14 of them.
We have someone that joined.
Yeah, I can see that.
And it's a special day for this person.
Happy birthday!
We ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about that. Shut the fuck up. I said I'd hop in.
Happy
And he leaves.
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Deathgasm. Happy birthday to you. And many more, you 25-year-old whore.
He laughed. He laughed.
Oh, I know he left, but it doesn't matter. It's live. He can't hide. He can't get rid of it.
It's still on stream.
It's still on stream. Um, you know, I'm not trying to point a finger or anything, but a lot of the previous Dark Souls games had things like the Poison Moth leggings, the Poison Moth top, the Poison Moth boots, which would sit there and poison enemies near you, which was always a fun thing. You had to remember to take it off to go near NPCs. Different mage armors that would reduce spell casting speed or things like that, and
Excuse me.
you know, they was even something like the cat's greaves, which would reduce damage from heights. Things like that. Those were amazing items. We don't have them in Elden Ring. I mean, don't get me wrong. We have like the scarabs
Yeah.
that reduce damage, or allow you to use things that reduce costs. Okay, I understand those. But like, if you have a particular build, you really only have one set of armor to go to. You know, you're making a jump build, you need the black feather cloak. If you're doing a spellcaster's build, I'm not a
We have a
gamer,
Basil.
but I want to support my friend. Oh, you can do that. Go ahead, support your friend. Who is your friend, Abby Paulin or Paulin?
Me.
Oh, is that
Me.
Oh, is Abby one of your friends? Hi, Abby.
Yep.
Juggernaut says hi.
Like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell.
And
Hello,
hello,
Basil.
hello, Basil.
Hanging.
How you doing, buddy?
Thank you.
Not too shabby. Came back from a date night with the fiance.
Ah.
Ah.
Yeah, it was a really nice day out today, so I
Oh, it was
wanted to
beautiful
take
today.
her out.
We're gonna get
Thank
an inch of
you.
snow on Sunday, but it was a beautiful day.
Oh, so
Hello,
y'all are
Abby.
getting snow over by you.
It was going to snow. Yeah, we're gonna get an inch of snow on Sunday.
Well, over here we're getting about 1.5 inches of rain, so I don't know.
The other side of the pond in New York.
Abby
Yeah,
says
really?
hello all.
Hmm. Good evening.
Needs to make up her mind.
So you know, it's cool. It's cool.
What'd you say?
She said Mother Nature needs to make up her mind up here, and I do agree.
I'll have to agree with her as well.
When did winter and spring fight for custody?
And who are they fighting custody for? Baby New Year's a baby. Y'all can't keep doing this. You're gonna ruin his life.
Mm.
So we're currently talking about our wants and desires for the DLC of Elden Ring.
Ooh, okay.
We have Juggernaut who wants more nods to the previous games. Neko would like certain weapon groups like whips, fists, etc. to have more unique effects rather than basically having the same thing. And I, for one,
I would like that as well.
I would like to see some armors with unique effects other than the hodgepodge that we have here. This one gives you +2 intelligence. This one gives you +1 intelligence and -6 up your arse.
Whatever happened to them giving stamina buffs or like
Or special,
two-handed weapons
right,
or like
I
health
said, like the
regeneration?
Poison Moth armor set, or the cat set, the cat mage set, things like that. We don't have those anymore.
No, they don't have the cat set. That was Dark Souls 2, right?
Yes, Dark Souls 2, yeah. The arms, gloves, and the pants reduced your magic cost, and the leggings reduced damage from far falls.
Yes.
That's how I remember it.
Welcome back, DG.
You missed the
Okay,
opportunity.
birthday shit, boys.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
So that's the second time this has happened during this live stream.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we actually sang the entire happy birthday. He even left midway through, and we sang the whole damn thing.
Yep.
Aw, you left me hanging.
Now there is an interesting thing I have to say. Now, this I'm pretty sure will be controversial, but what would you guys think of if they added trick weapons from
Yes.
Bloodborne into Elden Ring? What would be your thoughts on that?
It
Please
would be
elaborate
nice
first.
to see a polearm double-edged sword turn into 2 rapiers or 2 katanas or 2 slashy type weapons or 2 great swords combined into a polearm or a spear that shoots an arrow, or the spearhead. Trick weapon.
Right. I like that, Abby. I like that. Leggings for women, because I did notice that other than a few skirts and like one or two dresses, there isn't really a lot of only female armor in the game, you know? And I understand that like male armor and female armor are the same thing. I'm not one of those people who believes in the whole like Warcraft 3 or Warcraft thing where it's just like,
Guys,
hey,
I have something to show you.
Okay.
Aside from Beard Neck,
I don't want to see your
Did
penis.
any of y'all ever drink this?
MD
What the fuck?
Never.
2020? Holy crap!
Can't show that on
Yeah,
on
yeah.
YouTube.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't know they still made that stuff. I've had it.
Yeah, they still make it. I saw it and my coworker told me it would be nothing but bad times. So I have to try it.
it looks like Slurm,
It
but
kind
blue.
of it's kind of the same effect too. I would
Oh, no.
suggest you mix it with something there, DG. Don't take that straight. Don't take that straight.
It looks like you'll require.
Mama didn't raise no bitch.
It sounds like you're gonna need some blue Hawaiian punch for that.
That would actually go good with it.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Yeah, but honestly, I opened it up and I took a good swig. I'm like, this is pretty fucking good. I can't see why people don't like it.
It's because a lot of people who drink it are like they're expecting something and they just don't get it. It's like if you ever drank Everclear, pardon the language, guys, we're just gonna go off subject here for a second. If you ever drink Everclear,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. You know,
I've never drank Everclear, no.
It's a very, very painful day after.
yeah.
Oh well. If I'm not around tomorrow, I guess it was a little bit too much. You guys will know pretty quick, but I doubt I'm gonna be hurting the next day.
A boon.
Nick, sounds like you're gonna have to give your cousin
And-
Malcolm
And we're gonna be. Oh, Aaron.
Abby, you just made friends with
Bring
Mom Bear
me-
with that comment. You just made friends with Mom Bear with that comment. Ooh, Abby's. That's it.
I'm gonna have a shot of Jameson right now. The Jameson my buddy so kindly bought for this occasion.
occasion. What's the occasion?
He's 25 today.
His birthday.
You're a quarter of the way there, buddy. Congratulations.
Dude, I'm like one more year closer to. Whoa, that smells fucking tasty.
So
Do you have a shot glass or you don't care if I
All
just take a
all
swig out of the bottle?
All I see is his neck.
Well, that's all you need to see. We can't see him drinking it, or else we can get ourselves bans. We don't want that. So.
Oh shit! I thought I had it in phone mode, not camera mode. Still, you guys were looking at the side of my ear, weren't you? Did you see out the other side?
Dave, too.
I'm sorry to say DG, but I think I was at least 4 inches deep in that ear of yours.
Oh my.
4 inches deep
Wow.
inside my head.
Y'all making me feel so much older. You ain't that old, Abby. Don't worry. He's the youngest member of this group. He's the youngest. He's the young blood of this group.
I got him beat
Oh,
by a
no,
decade.
yes.
He's just a baby.
Although, to be fair, I'm gonna die before all of you.
No.
Probably with
No, you're
all the
not.
stuff that you do.
I can guarantee it.
Yeah, but will you die
I'll bring
happy?
your ass back.
Will you die happy though?
Content if I'm on my motorcycle and die.
Damn.
But I'd like to see that. I always like the idea of I like Bloodborne's trick weapon.
Sure.
I love them.
Open the mouth, through the gums,
I still have yet to play Bloodborne.
comes here in the stomach, here it comes.
Well, I've never had like a higher PlayStation platform. The only PlayStation I have is a PlayStation 2. There's a PlayStation 3 hiding next to it, but I can't find it.
Well, you can also get. I believe they're just releasing it on
God
PC
damn,
this year.
That's got some bitters to
Are
it
you
too.
Yeah,
fucking
because PlayStation announced that they're going to release their games multi-platform now to increase their sales. Which, by the way, smart thinking.
Well,
Smart thinking.
guys, I said I'd offer you with my presents, but before things get too crazy here,
Yeah, you're so good.
they can't show that on YouTube.
Happy birthday,
They're
DG.
gonna have to cut out the part that I showed the Mad Dog.
And happy birthday, DJ.
Happy birthday,
I'm
man.
gonna shit my pants.
You guys have a good night. Don't get killed in Elden Ring too much.
No,
May
no,
y'all
that's it.
prosper and conquer.
Rock out with your socks out, man.
Whew.
Knock out your socks out and praise democracy.
Honestly, I'm going to be jumping on and serving some democracy when I'm pretty good and buzzed. I feel like that's going to be a fun game to play while fucking buzzed.
Oh goodness.
Oh, it's Texas
See,
all over.
Minus
It's
five-
Texas all
I
over.
I'm
love
over here at the
democracy.
monsters of gaming.
Oh yeah,
do
guys!
not
I
condone
finally
gaming and
unlocked the
drinking.
thing that I get double, or I get one more of the amount of the Eagle strikes. So now I have 2 500-kilogram bombs to unleash at a serving.
Who gave him that
So those
ability?
poor fucking bugs never know what hit them,
Who gave him the ability to have
or
that
the robots. But y'all have a good night. Conquer Elden World for me. Have a good night, fellers.
Peace.
Nah, you did.
Bye, birthday boy. Everybody, happy birthday
Anyway.
to
He
the.
ran like a flower. Well, if you've never had a chance to play Bloodborne, you are missing a very fun game.
I have not spoiled Bloodborne with anything except like a couple of character designs within the past however many years it's been out in the market. Like I never got the chance to play it, so anybody that has played it, I've told them like, hey, listen, I'm gonna walk out the room, talk about it if you want to talk about it, but I am not spoiling it. I can't afford to.
Well,
I love Souls games that much, and that just looks like
I'll only use the 3 starters as examples. There's the whip cane. Okay, you could have it be a cane that you could like bludgeon people with, or maybe even a caster. That'd be awesome, like a casting weapon. And then
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you hit a button and it becomes a chained whip, which by the way, it's one of my favorite weapons of the game. So I know you got it right at the beginning, but if you guys, if nobody likes it, I can whip that out of any monster with that thing, hands down.
Do you remember the? I don't know what it was called, the puzzle sword or something from Dark Souls 2's Sunken King DLC?
Yes, I know what you're talking about. The flame sword.
It's the one where it's like in puzzle pieces, but you swing it like a whip. It's a short sword,
Oh, yeah, I know what
and
you're
then you
talking about.
swing
Yeah,
it like
it's
it's
a
a
lot
whip,
like
and it's
that.
all mag
Yeah, when you
stuff
use
like that.
Oh yeah.
But have that be your your catalyst.
Right. I'm just saying that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And I would rock that. And in case you guys are wondering, there's a certain shield from Dark Souls 3 and a certain sword from Dark Souls 2 that you could use to cast with that I wouldn't mind you all throwing into the game for me. I'd appreciate it. You know what I'm talking about. You creators know what I'm talking about. Yeah, please just put them in the game. I need them back.
Oh my god!
Sorry about that. I'm much more calm now. But like, there were just some.
I'm trying to color in the lines, damn it!
She can't color in the lines.
And like I put in the chat, all we need to get 200 subs.
Yep, and then Mama Bear can wreck all of Necro's hard-earned work in Dark Souls.
That's fine.
But yeah, just going into it, like, there were a lot of caster weapons in Dark Souls 3, and armors and shields, and then they just got rid of them. I know there was no casting in Sekiro, so I can back that one up, but your damn prosthetic armor has so many skills in it. It was a living weapon. If I could pick a Souls-like weapon to bring into any of the Souls games, it would be the prosthetic. You could turn that into all kinds of different weapons and abilities. Flamethrower, okay. Cannon, okay. Shield, we've got it. Spear, yes. Axe, oh yeah. Firecrackers, why not? Throw shurikens, I can throw all.
Ooh,
Short sword, long sword,
Short sword, long
A
sword, we got
boomerang
it.
dagger.
Um,
Boomeranging daggers.
yes.
Does anybody remember the Bone Fists from Dark Souls 2? Just having like a fun move set.
Yeah.
There should be more weapons with stances that have a lot more of like a martial artist or like controlled attacked move set rather than just being horizontal, vertical, or offset slashes.
My brother. Perhaps you have not heard that the
No.
DLC is bringing forth martial arts weapons. Fists and gloves that can be used to create combos and dodges and turns and parries and throws.
I'm about to crumb. I'm about to lose my whole cookie.
They even have a special section for daggers and throwing daggers as weapons.
No
now.
way.
Yes. There are weapons that are actually two-handed throwing daggers that you can just whip at your opponent, like the shurikens. Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Like kunai.
Listen, one of the bosses in the game, I swear to you, is the dragon costume you do the dragon dance in Japan and China. I swear to you. Because it looks like there's 2 or 3 people moving the costume while they're attacking you.
Yeah.
So it looks exactly like the dragon dance costume. I promise you, this is going to have oriental weapons, and I love it.
I love that too. Finally, something fun and flashy, but like the keep away tactic. I love that. Now, here's the real question: will they be just enough to be able to guard break somebody who has put everything into poise?
That
Can we
I
have
don't
something
know.
to counter poise?
I do know that they said they were adding like 40-plus odd sets of armor. I think, what was it, like 131 different weapons?
Oh, shook.
And it's somewhere over 100 new types of spells. Miracles, sorceries,
like
and an unmentioned third type.
Ooh.
Which makes me believe either we're going to see the return of pyromancies, which I'm good with. I like pyromancies. A return of curses, which I would just die for because I haven't seen curses since Demon Soul. Those were the
Ooh.
nastiest things. If you got enough of those, you could end the game like that. Or possibly, and this is the one that makes me feel a little sad, but looking at the Oriental theme, jutsus.
Jutsus.
Jutsus, my friend. I can see it where instead of it being magic that drains a small amount of your stamina, it's stamina that drains a small amount of your magic.
Hmm.
Things like breathing fire out of your mouth and things like that. Like I haven't seen any of it. But judging on all the Oriental themed weapons and skills I saw in those and monsters I saw in the trailer, I wouldn't put it behind them to try and Naruto this crap up.
Speaking of the trailer, I just happened to put the gameplay reveal trailer in the side chat.
Oh,
Ew.
you did you? Let me just. How do I do this so I can share with you guys? How do I do this?
I know in Streamlabs you can.
Well, I want you guys to
But
see
I
it too.
think,
So I want to play it.
Is there a thing where you create an event?
Can you share, Juggernaut? I've seen you do it. How do you share? Oh,
That's in
Oh.
Streamlabs. It's a different program.
Oh, what about the watch together under the start activity?
okay. So I'm going to join up with you, Necro. Try to turn the volume down to the minimum if you can.
Okay.
Okay, so folks, we're gonna take a peek at this real quick. Also, we're gonna try and guess what kind of things Necro watches. Oh, look, Inside Out 2. I know what he's thinking.
Oh my god, Ariana Grande.
Tons of Fortnite things. Necro, what the hell's going on here, man?
Joe Biden.
I'm looking at the trailer now, and it looks so freaking awesome.
Well, I want us all to watch it. I want Necro to pause it at points so I can show you like the things I'm talking about. So you can just
Baseball.
Come on, computer, you can do it.
Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree official gameplay reveal trailer. Or you could just go over to where Necro has it and just copy the entire thing, or Jug, where Jug put it in here. Just copy what it says and then paste it in the URL space.
Actually, it doesn't let you paste.
Really? Click in there and press Control V.
Oh,
Why is Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson?
I hope he's not. Okay, so
He is.
turn the volume
It
down
says-
and then increase the size.
I have.
Okay, mute this thing then, mute it.
Pure
I don't want to
radiant.
get a copyright strike
He
against us
wields
for this.
love to shrive clean the hearts. of
Oh,
Okay,
it's
so,
the egg.
Do it on your end too.
okay, well it's muted
men.
over here.
There's nothing more terrifying.
Okay, so I'm going to expand the video here. So I'm going to pause it here, okay? Unpause. Okay,
We're totally gonna get grabbed and pulled into that egg.
so as you can see Torrent running down the road. I think this is your main character, but I'm not sure. But as you can see, this is nowhere in Elden Ring. However, if you pay attention to the sky, you'll notice it looks like cloth.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I see drapes.
Okay. Play again. I think Necro has to push play. Okay, so we get to riding through all this, all these graves and everything. This place looks amazing, by the way. Look at this. Look at this. Thank you.
A lot of fallen warriors here.
Yep, look at the tree. Look at the tree in the background, and there's all this. It looks like, I swear to you, it looks like silk or possibly shadows, like silk,
Yeah.
coming down
Is
from the roof.
this the realm where Godric or Godfrey the Golden is residing in because he lives in death?
It's possible. However, there's a few things that will pop up real soon that get really confusing. So if Necro wants to push play again real quick. 'Cause that's first of all, that's not an Erd tree.
No?
No, that's a Deathroot tree.
Ah.
So this must be I think this is the land of death. That's what I think this is.
Well, judging from how the sky in that tree kind of mimic it, if you squint, eyes and a nose of a skeletal
Yeah,
silhouette.
I do kind of see the
Yeah.
skeletal silhouette there.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
A
Yeah.
little more Negro.
Yeah, so it's gotta be with Godwin.
Okay, so this is one of the knights, some armor you can get in the game. Some guy who's making pots. A area full of sleeping flowers. This is, I believe, Melinia's mom. Okay, get ready to pause the game. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the gentleman is Godfrey.
Oh.
Because it kind of looks like him with all the gross barnacle mutations on his face.
Does.
But then the question is, who do you think's standing next to him? Okay, get ready. So this is a room full of explosive pots, a giant grinding machine. This is an interesting castle.
It's on Orlando.
And then there's like the drapes again coming down.
And if you
Yeah.
look at the angle they're coming down from, this is kind of like to the northwest corner of where we were looking at originally.
Right.
And it's out Orlando. This would be funny because this would be like Juggernaut wants to see. Oh, pause here.
Oh, look, Yorm's back.
So this is a giant filled with. You might not be able to see it very well, but these are tortured souls. There are people who are like reaching out and everything. They're on fire. And this is a world. This is an outside of a dungeon area boss. Because if you press play a little more, stop there. Oh, okay, well,
Oh, I don't like that.
push
What
play to
the
this.
fuck is
'cause
that?
You're gonna love this. It's a giant lamprey monster of some sorts, and it's literally sucking your head. Talk about getting some serious head.
No,
Okay,
no.
just press play next. You're
Give
gonna
me
love
the
this.
good old suck.
Get ready to pause. Okay, so there's another thing. This is the lion statue, or the lion boss I was telling you about, with the dragon boss. Sorry, the dragon boss. And right now, you see, if you look near the back, you see one leg sticking out,
Yeah.
and you see what looks like a torso or a body underneath the chin, like laying down there.
Right.
And if you continue to play, which you stop, right there. So you can make out a hand and another leg as if somebody's holding somebody above their head, fighting in the costume against you. But this is obviously an Asian-themed costume with frozen cherry blossoms in the background.
Yep.
Interesting.
All right, continue, Necro. There you go. You can get a better view there. It's doing some kind of breath attack. There's
Oh,
some kind
yeah.
of- there's also doing a lightning attack. Or this could be a different one, but this looks like it's the same area.
It looks like the same area.
See, I find it interesting because they're bringing that out during the year of the dragon.
Right. Okay, now here's another thing. There's the spell casting they were talking about.
I want to
Okay.
know who the heck this guy is. This guy has not been mentioned before in anything, right?
Well, this could actually be the missing god that they were talking about, the one who passed on. You know, remember Fish Face that we found at the bottom of the tree?
Okay.
I can't remember his name, but yeah, this could be him, red hair and everything. Okay, so there's one of the weapons, the dual swords, the throwing daggers. I do not know what this is. There's the martial arts.
Love it.
Big pot bombs. This is a freaking chain gun crossbow, I'm guessing.
Get out of town.
A bear roar spell. More swords. Here's some kind of lightning spear. And then you get
Ooh,
these things.
Oh, look, it looks like something from Hunt Showdown.
And this
Yeah.
guy who's literally pulling his entire body out as a spear. Look,
Hello,
he stabs-
what are you?
It's the same guy from earlier, but when he stabs the ground, spears burst from the ground in every direction around him. Oh,
I respect.
I do not want to fight against him. I am afraid of him now. He's got a snake coming out of his butt, after all.
Is that Chaos or Blood Flame?
We don't know.
That's got to be Chaos Flame.
Well, here's the thing. They said that there is a third type of magic being added. So this is what it is. What it is, though, I do not know.
Looks like some sort of chaos magic.
It does look like
I
a
think
chaos
so.
fire, chaos magma. And that shield you saw was a combat shield, by the way. Here's a new spell as well.
Look at that, yeah.
This is I believe they said this is possibly the aspect of wings, which is the same
Oh,
one.
that makes sense.
Yep. So
Another
move up there,
full-
charge forward.
Yeah,
By the way,
yeah.
I wouldn't mind
good.
having. And that's
I was thinking about starting a Crucible Knight build.
I've tried it. It's okay.
It's okay.
Up.
And here we go.
Oh.
Here's the last thing. So.
Mikola.
Yep, exactly. It's Mikola. Now, who this
So
guy is, I believe this gentleman right here is related to, what's his name?
Nemesis the Impaler? Is that what his name was?
It said it. I believe he is possibly the offspring of,
Yeah, Mesmer the Impaler.
Mesmer. Now, I haven't heard of the name Mesmer yet, but just looking at things like the hair, the way he fights and everything like that, there is a possibility that we're looking at possibly a love child of Lord Snake Grabber.
Or Melania.
Uh,
Melania had the same kind of hair in Radagon, the sibling to them.
if you want to get technical, their big General Papa is there too, so he's another redhead.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, the snake, though.
they-
There's a lot that goes on about this game with the whole snake thing. There's a lot of ornamental snakes on a lot of armors and a lot of shields and weapons in the game. So
From the rumors that are going around, they are in an area where the blood rot cannot exist.
Ooh.
So wherever they are, there is no blood rot. So obviously that would mean
So,
Melania would probably not be part of it.
so according to what I've found,
Jess,
inside that egg
Jess.
is Michaela.
Well, they did say something about they were trying to bring Michaela back.
they want Mikola to come back. Isn't that what what's his name was trying to do? Moog.
Yeah, he's trying to do it, but he's not 100% able to do it. So But yeah, you saw the three kick martial arts weapon, the dual scimitars, the throwing weapons, the new spell casting.
That spellcasting was very
It
interesting.
will introduce 10 new bosses.
10 new. Well, okay, so when they mean boss, they're talking about the main level bosses. They're also adding things like dungeon bosses. Once again, they're back, and roaming bosses, which probably is what that giant flaming cocoon monster is.
Makes sense.
Burning Man.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna put him out with
Look at
burning weed. Unless he's giving off some burning weed.
Where's the water pot when you need it?
I'm cooking
I'm
on
sorry,
his
water
foot.
jar.
I'm cooking tea on his foot. So I mean,
This is shaping to be a
that's-
very interesting DLC.
I mean, a lot of it is speculation and rumors right now. A lot of it's speculation and rumors, so you can't.
What does Vadi Vidya had to say about this?
Who?
Vadi Vidya, the absolute Soul Series lore master.
I believe he was probably along the lines of it looks really badass, but they don't really show a lot off.
That's
You see, they're adding 10 bosses. I think that means kind of like how there was like, you can follow the main game and beat the main bosses, but there's hundreds of bosses on the map
Right.
that aren't main bosses. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to just be onto the impressed side that I would love to see this game really pick up and go, because, well, unfortunately, Basil, we have up until that day to try and beat the current run we're in before we're going to have to go and woo into the DLC.
interesting.
And by the way, just saying it, From Software, you need anyone to get the game a little early, a little test run. themonstersofgaming@gmail.com. Please, 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 please send it to us. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll play it. We'll do it. We're all game. We're all game, right, guys? We're all game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
I'm just saying. I
with
also
bated breath.
I also noticed Herbie the Love Bug.
That's you, Basil.
Nudge, nudge.
Yeah, nudge, nudge, hint, hint, say no more. Not as good as a wink to a blind horse.
I mean, we already know that one video game company watches our content and
And
is
we
quit.
appreciate you, and we will not give out any names. Wink.
Kissy face.
Yes. Oh. So he likes hearing you play your flute today. Okay, so the whole idea is Mikkel is confirmed to have stripped himself of his flesh. This means that the physical body that Morg is carrying in the Morgwyn Palace is nothing more than an empty shell. This is why Morg received no response even when constantly pouring blood into the body.
Oh.
And just look. I'm just reading from some things that are written down right here. The pre-order bonus for the Shadow of the Erdtree. Pre-ordering players will receive a special gesture called the Ring of Mikkel. So I mean, there you go.
Can we
And I
put
don't
it on
need-
his finger and bury him instead?
Yep. And I don't need some giant figurine of some guy that looks like he has a snake coming out of his behind. So I don't need to worry about that. Just passing that one on there. I mean, I don't mean no disrespect, but there's certain parts of your body a snake should probably not be coming out of.
Yeah.
The rumpus is awfully suggestive.
Hey, listen, I mean, no offense, but I've seen some videos of things going places.
Whoa, 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 Necro. We don't want to know what's on your Pornhub account.
Yeah, seriously. man.
Demonetized.
Yeah. No, Negro. No. We don't need that. No.
Just saying.
What you look at in your private time does not need to be shared on the internet.
You make me uncomfortable again.
Kind of my job, I think, at this point in time.
Harumph.
Harumph.
A rum.
So according to what I'm reading, the key features of this, I'm just going to read it from the actual Elden Ring Bandai account here. Guided by the Empyrean Miquella, aka the bad mama of our favorite blue lady, players are beckoned to the Land of Shadow, a place obscured by the Erdtree where the goddess Marikai first set foot. In these strange new lands, players discover the dark secrets of the world as they meet others who follow Miquella's footsteps with ulterior motives. It takes players beyond the lands between to explore the Land of Shadow, a completely new world to Elden Ring. Players can seamlessly travel back and forth between its vast maps, interspersed and diverse situations and meticulous dungeons where menacing enemies roam. Adds new weapons, equipment, weapon skills, magic not found in the base game of Elden Ring, along with new enemies, boss encounters, plot lines to further increase the player's RPG freedom. Take on these threats with the new powers you acquire. Is any closer to June?
Not quite. Sorry, Kaiju.
It's okay, I love you.
Kyle, you're excited, right? You're ready, you're right.
Well, this is kind of a catch-22 moment here. The Kaiju of K's, aka my alternate realm, my actual self, is so excited with the idea of this amazing DLC that I've only been waiting 2 to 3 years to get. I am all for it. However, there is my alternate side, Lazarus, who is literally fuming at the idea of this DLC coming out. You see, in case you guys didn't know, I've currently designed my character so I can play multiple fields at the same time. That's how my character is designed. I have my stats designed so I can be multiple things. I can be a cleric, a wizard, a sorcerer, a fighter, a gunner, a thief. I can be all these things. And now they're adding hundreds of new items to the game, which I now have to go through.
Hey, guy, anybody got a monkey wrench around?
I have to go through with a fine-tooth comb and find out the ones I want, and then I have to find some way to add them to the current build, or if I don't, my head will literally explode on camera, and you will see the small walrus on the trampoline that runs my head. And I don't need you guys to see him. His name is Horton, and he's a very friendly walrus.
Does he hear who?
Hort.
No, and he's obsessed for people to stop saying that because he was not an elephant in any way, shape, or form. And don't ask why he can use a trampoline so well. He doesn't like that either. So that being said, though, it does look like it will be a spectacular game, and I can only hope the hype is good enough that when the game actually exits, that it's not a heaping pile of garbage. Because unfortunately, I did purchase every DLC for Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3, and I regret several of my purchases. Because there were several of my purchases that I did not need to make because they were not worth it.
Which DLCs do you regret? I have to ask the question.
Basically everything but the Iron Crown.
Oh no! You didn't like Shulva, the Sunken City?
No, I hated it. I hated it. The only reason Iron Crown was worth it is because the Iron Crown was the most amazing item to ever exist in any of the Dark Souls games. Every 2 minutes, 20% of your cast spells are rejuvenated to you. Just by
I
wearing
haven't
it.
even looked at it.
Every
Damn.
2 fucking minutes. But if you collect all the crowns and hand them in, they give you a crown that does nothing. Biggest waste of my life. And then I bought Bloodborne by accident because I was actually trying to buy Bloody Roar. And it was actually an amazing game. I actually enjoyed it. I liked the fact that it was a game that was very skill-oriented. You have to literally dodge everything. There's no shield to hide behind, no spell of invincibility, and everyone is packing heat. Everyone is packing heat. Whether it's lightning, fire, boulders, madness, spear guns, everyone has something that can hurt you.
Leeches.
Leech, oh god. And there are even enemies that can hurt you by you just being there. That was twisted. That entire path. Y'all who play the game know what I'm talking about. That entire path with those goddamn lanterns. Those jellyfish-looking bastards. I hate them. Every one of them things can burn. And if I saw one of those in this new game, I would uninstall the game. I would uninstall it. I would
You know what? No, you won't.
Oh, I would. I'm not playing with those damn Winded Lanterns anymore. No, they're the worst enemy to ever come from any of the Dark Souls games, and I've played them since Demon's Souls. No, I would rather face
Oh.
off against 300 fire-breathing hounds than have to fight against those fuckers ever again.
No.
Oh, Riri.
I would rather have to beat Melania to death with a rubber dog toy than ever have to see those things again. Okay? And then when you actually find out what they came from and you see that thing, it's like, oh, sweet monkeys, what? What the hell is that? Why does it have so many eyes? Why is it so baggy? Why is it so big? And it can kill you just by you being there. You don't have to look at it. It just kills you if you're not quick enough. Oh, no. I liked Bloodborne for its originality, its weapons, its techniques, and its evasion. I hated it for about 20% of the enemies. There were some enemies in that game that were just mean. It's the best way to put it. They were just mean. They didn't need to be in the game. They didn't need to exist anywhere else. They were good. They could have just stayed in their little hovels and never came back out again. Never again. They could have. But no. No, they just had to be there. I just wish the end of the game was a lot harder. It sounds, I'm not trying to complain, but there's a certain point in the game where you start fighting bosses that just seem to get easier and easier as you go further in. And it just gets to this point where it's like, how did you have trouble fighting this boss? Well, what did you do? I stood back and whipped Molotovs at him, then I ran up and shot him with my gun and countered a few times. Well, I didn't do that. Well, maybe you should have done
Fire
that.
Giant, the last big hurdle.
What was that?
I would say the Fire Giant was the last big hurdle.
See, I've never had problem fighting the Fire Giant.
Oh.
It's just, he's going to have a lot more HP now. But I've never had the problem of fighting the Fire Giant, the one who always kicked my arse into the dirt. And I'm not saying I'm a bad guy, but I would let him say his speech. You know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about, Gideon the Grey.
Huh?
I would let him finish his 3-minute long speech, and I would face him 1-to-1, and he would wreck the shit out of me. Every
Who's
time.
that?
He has every spell in the game. You just cast him like...
Oh.
It would be like, how I put it, it would be like if you had Eminem learn every spell from Harry Potter and then try to take on the Death Eaters. You know what would happen to those Death Eaters. It would just be over. He'd move his wand across the screen like this and everything would just cease to exist with how fast he talks. And Speliosis, and everything would just die. It's just how it was with him. I found out the secret to fighting him was to just beat the hell out of him while he was doing the speech. I just felt that was cheap. Then again, I'm also the guy that felt that it was okay to run up to certain bosses and hit them with a rot breath and then run away and let them die on their own. So I can't really say I'm the bravest member of this crew here. But
And then also glitch it for the other members where we get 1 million of his freaking weapons and shields.
listen, I looked into it. It was actually a glitch on the actual game itself that night.
Oh.
They half updated a file and thought that it would. They thought they locked it behind an update window, and it didn't. It just loaded half the file in, so there was like some kind of glitch going on.
Hey, I'll take it. I got free stuff out of it, which I still need to sell for souls.
I didn't get anything out of it except the boss being God and me going, "Thank you."
Yeah, you know, it's only like 35 of his weapons and 35 of his shields. No biggie.
And I don't even like any of his gear. That's the worst part. I don't need his toys. They're not in my list. I have a wonderful
Nah,
list. It's
Hey,
written
they're
right
in my list to sell.
That was I would like. Now I know we'll never get this. I'm just saying. I would like to have the transverse ability that you do in Sekiro. I would like that. the ability to sneak, crouch, climb up walls. I would love to see that. I know it'll never happen, but I'd love to see that in a Souls game.
Now, what I would actually like to see, and it's right in the game, but I would like to see it maybe happen in the new DLC. Another fight like Rodal, I believe, where you can summon all your companions that you've met, or like friends.
Oh,
To
Necro,
help you fight.
you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Ow. Remember, I'm new to the game. I don't know shit.
This is not the first time the Radon fight meta works.
Ah.
It is the easiest time it works, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but imagine it with like the new skills and armors and shit, and like having jujitsu fighters help you out. Sounds pretty cool.
Jujitsu.
Did you just try to throw in a Naruto reference, Necro? I don't listen. I am against the ninjutsu idea. I am. But if I get to run up and start throwing haymakers and combos on the enemies with my feet and my fists, I'm gonna play that game. If me and frickin' Herb turn this into a Street Fighter competition where we just take turns beating the hell out of the enemies, I'll do it. I'm just
Well, Necro's back here.
Necro's casting spells.
Keep dropping your planets on them.
Just keep dropping the world on them. Zero.
We'll soften
Or
them up and
or
soften
it's
them
like-
up. They're like 30-kilogram rocks.
Speaking of
Or-
which, when we do play, I want to check this. Done. Awesome.
Make it juice. We'll get it done.
I need more freaking spell slots, god damn it, so I can equip my freaking Azur's Comet.
Yeah, you one of them towers.
Don't
open.
joke. Speak up. I can hear you.
Next thing you know, all you see is Necro in the back with rocks flying. You see you and Herb beating them up. Next thing you know, you see this giant hulking thing come running at it.
Juggernaut! Bam! Into the wall. Oh! I'm just saying. It's possible. But,
Like the Charger Helldivers.
seriously. There's so many rumors going around right now that you really can't figure out what is true and not true with the idea of the game right now. But I can tell you this, it does look like they did their math, and it does look like they do have a fun DLC that's going to be quite lengthy, because the world seems huge.
A lot bigger.
I'm just hoping it's not huge and empty.
Right.
Also, they claimed that this was a new world where they wouldn't have any similar weapons or armors.
Oh. Nice
So-
to have individuality for once.
Yeah, so you're not going to run into the same guards and the same knights doing the same thing with their spears and shields. Maybe it'll be some guy throwing flapjacks at you or something like that. I don't know. The idea of beating somebody with a spatula would be pretty awesome, though. My plus 20 spatula, said Waldo. What? The world!
There have been characters beating you with ladles before.
Yes, I've used ladles to fight before.
Mm-hmm. I'm talking to you, Crimson Herald. Yeah.
What'd you bother
Yeah.
to, Necro?
I'm just popping because I'm weird.
I'm getting a little hot. I'm getting a little hot over here, man. You're gonna have to stop soon. I can't keep copying. I'm an old man.
Weird, I can keep that up all night.
Yeah, I can't. All right, I'm sorry. I'm an old man. But yeah, just throwing things out there.
You're
Like,
only 5 years older than me.
yeah, 5 years older.
Look what you have to look forward to, buddy.
No, I've seen what happened.
I still say we need to wax that beard off of Necro.
Necro.
Damn right.
I've seen what your family looks like when you age. You're basically fine china. Calm down. You are. And I'll look good until about 65 or so, in which case I begin to turn into a gargoyle. So, I have that in my head.
Listen, whoever touches my fucking beard is gonna die a bloody motherfucking death.
Oh, yeah, touch it.
Oh my god, I can't wait to dump frickin'
Did Mama Bear just say, "Oh, I'll touch it"?
I'm waiting for us to show at Herb's house, and Herb just nails him in the face with a thing of freaking what's that?
turpentine.
It just falls off. He just starts chasing her. Run,
Beard
run!
stays. The beard stays.
The beard must go.
Hey, Necro. Do you pack your own shampoo?
I just want to touch it for a while.
Yes.
Would you like to borrow mine up there?
No.
My ninja needs some argan oil to keep that thing silky smooth.
We'll borrow his shampoo. Put a little bit more, kind of. You're done.
Just slap him with a weed whacker and run.
I have oils.
What's that?
I
Nico?
knew it.
I'm just saying, by the time he realizes it, he'll wipe it right off, and he won't even know.
Hey!
What?
Hey!
Come on, Necro. I'll get you a fresh bottle of your shampoo.
No. I won't trust it.
I won't trust it.
Why?
Why not?
Because you all want my beard to go bye-bye. Yo.
Who said
Come on, it's not like I was putting air in the shampoo or anything.
And you would. I know you
capfuls.
jug.
2 capsules. I don't take 2 capsules. Anyway, Necro, how you doing?
God.
Beard
What?
stays.
What's that, Trisha? You like the beard, so leave it? Okay, Trisha.
Bad, Necro, bad.
Huh, she gets that from her mama, too.
Beard stays. Even my father just admitted, hey, you got a nice beard going.
You know what rhymes with beard?
Weird.
Nair.
Weird.
Nair.
No, queer.
Necro, how'd you like to have something to drink? Don't worry if it tastes funny.
Let's have a water gun fight, Necro. Wait, he's gonna go into the pool. I could just dump it into the pool. I get close enough to him, he'll think it's the chlorine.
Oh, God.
He'll never know.
Kyle!
Listen, the only reason I would never do it to Necro is because I respect Necro. It's the only reason I wouldn't do it. However, if he ever did anything to piss me off, oh, you better believe that's coming
Necro.
out, buddy. I don't care.
Necro, I'm being completely honest and speaking from the heart here. I would not touch your beard.
You don't have to touch his beard. Just do
I've
what I do.
actually been working on it for a while because ask Kyle, before this shit used to come in patchy as hell, I wouldn't keep it. Now it's finally growing and everything. It's nice. I like it.
Listen,
Oh, so his balls dropped.
and then everyone went quiet. Necro takes off the headset. He just nope. He's like nope.
She couldn't do the mic drop, so I figured I would.
Listen, I would never do anything like with a razor. I would never touch your beard or anything like that. I understand that. However, chemical warfare is still available.
Hey! No chemicals.
You can shake your finger at me all you want. You haven't gotten me anything recently. Necro showed up next week, and you haven't bribed me in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, I just recently bought him new video games.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that was not to try and stop me. That was just to give me them.
Okay, how much beef jerky do you
But it's in good faith.
You get me one of those big bags from Walmart that you did the other day, and we'll call it even. I won't even look at them.
You couldn't threaten a fly.
But bribery works. Bribery works. I am very bribable.
A big bag of what?
She bought me this. I don't remember what it was called. It was this. It seemed like an off-brand of beef jerky. It was very good. It was like a teriyaki flavor or something like that. And she got it from
Yeah.
Walmart, and it was like this massive, thick bag. Like I could have bludgeoned an elk to death with it. It was that heavy, and it cost her like $8. So it's like,
It was so tender that I was able to eat
yeah,
it.
Mom Bear was actually able to eat it without her teeth, which was amazing. So I mean that's. But in all things aside, I would never take off your beard, man. You know that. We don't talk about
I
that
know.
country. You know, you look good with a beard. I look good without a beard, but Mom Bear likes me with a beard. Juggernaut looks amazing
You
without
look good
one.
with a beard.
I look too young without a beard.
Dude, you look like you're in your 30s, easy. You look like you're like 31. Yeah, Mom Bear's like, yeah. Like if you would have walked.
I
up
might
and-
have to card you, sir.
Okay, so big news for you, Juggy Juggy. The
What?
old nicotine that you take,
Hmm.
purchase it in PA.
Yeah.
It's almost 3 times the price up here. Don't do it. Just gonna.
Yeah, I know. I've heard.
And Necro, if you're gonna bring up any of your vapes, all right, you won't find vape juice up here.
No, you really won't.
Already stocked up today.
However,
vape.
if you guys want some of that icky green, if you want some of that icky sticky green, we have a
There.
distillery right up the road.
Unfortunately, it's one of those things that you have to do it in New York because it's kind of illegal to
I'm
do
just-
it.
You had it in New York. It's legal here. I'm just saying. If you look at it from that point of view, it's legal here.
What happens in New York stays in New York.
Yeah, see, I got cotton
Yeah.
candy and sour fruity worms.
Okay.
Besides,
Ow.
I think I'm kind of stalked.
Gotcha, buddy. I'm just
The hell
making
is
sure. Y'all are coming
Those
up here. I don't
packs-
want to lose a chance for you guys to have to lose money.
Those are packs. Good ninja.
Hey, Juggernaut,
Yes.
while we're up there, depending on where it's located, do you mind if I bring you a pack of cigarettes?
Okay.
Because my mom's boyfriend gets them up in New York, and they're like less than $30 a carton.
Damn.
What's the brand?
It's gotta be on the freaking reserves.
Yeah, it is.
Seneca's?
Yeah, it's gotta be on the
I
reserves.
think so. Yes.
Blue pack Seneca?
No, it's green because they do the menthol.
Yeah,
Yes, they do.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
that's
he's
the
talking about
reserves, dude.
Senecas.
You're gonna have to go to the reserves.
Are they Senecas or American Spirit?
No,
No,
they're
they're
Senecas.
Senecas.
They start.
Okay.
It starts with the S. I know that
Yeah.
much. I could bring you a
And-
pack from them and see if you like them, and then I'm gonna get the address just in case, and then maybe we could stop there before leaving or whatnot.
Okay.
Get you
Every
some cheaper
arborist-
shit.
Every arborist I worked for in Long Island had Senecas. For that reason.
Listen, they used to be Newport smokers, and then his brother introduced them to this, and they enjoy them as much as Newports, and yeah.
Yeah, that was my choice too.
I went
That's
from
what my
New
emergency
York to
pack is.
Senecas, and let me tell you, those are damn good.
I went from smoking
So,
nothing
I-
to Lucky Sevens and then back to smoking nothing because nothing was better than Lucky Sevens.
I remember Lucky Sevens. There was one person in the whole college that would get them. And he was so generous to throw us one every once in a while when we would hang out at the gazebo outside of our dorm.
You were smoking opium, bro.
I know I was smoking opium and I liked it.
Oh, that's what Lucky Sevens were.
Yeah, they were
Lucky Strike. I'm sorry, I'm thinking Lucky Strike. I'm a
They were actually it was actually a French brand that translated into Lucky Sevens. Used to get them at the
Okay.
PX on base. And one day, I mean, I was smoking up. It was great. It tasted like I was smoking up just a giant stick of mint gum. It was great. And I didn't feel anything. I didn't hack or cough or anything. So I loved it. And then, say about 3 months later, it's a Saturday. There's a knock on my door. It's my Command Sergeant Major. I'm like, hey, Command Sergeant Major, what's going on? He goes, do you smoke those Mirinade 7s? I'm like, Lucky 7s? He goes, yeah, those. I go, yeah, sure. He goes, gonna need to confiscate those. I'm like, what, you run out already? Command Sergeant Major, you can't abuse your power like this. He goes, no. And I take them anyway, and you wouldn't say anything. He goes, well, see, the thing is that they don't have tobacco in them. I'm like, what? He goes, they don't have tobacco in them. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, well, there was kind of a mix-up in translation, and they actually come out to being opium sticks with mint. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, those are mint opium sticks. I'm like, oh. It's like, do you have any? I go, yeah. And I reach underneath the bed. I go, I got this carton left. I go, don't mind if I smoke one more? He goes, no, I gotta take them. I'm like, all right, fine. He goes, I'll tell the drug testers that you were smoking them. They won't test you or anything, so don't worry about it. And I go, okay. And he took them and left. And Command Sergeant Major Brown, if you're ever watching, haha. I had 2 more cartons underneath the bed, which I smoked over the next
And he
2
smoked
months.
the fuck up.
I'm pretty sure he knew. I was still smoking them, but afterwards I gave up on it. So that's one of my favorite military stories right there. That and the poppy seed brownies that we got all the time.
Ah, sure.
No, we did.
Poppy
No,
seed.
we did. I can't remember his name. It was, oh man, he was Sergeant. I can never remember. He was only there for like a year, and then he moved to a different base. But every Monday morning, before we'd go running, he'd bring poppy seed muffins and butter and all kinds of fixings so we could all eat them. And it turned out he was smoking up like a stove, but he never wanted to get caught. So when they would come to test us, we'd all show up positive, and they're like, "Oh, Sergeant whatchamacallit just brought some poppy seeds. He does it every Monday." Yeah, we knew what was going on. We knew what was going on. We didn't care. We all hate them, you know. But yeah, I can't wait for everyone to show up, and I'm pretty sure if we get some time, we could go maybe say hello to Herb if he wants us to.
I actually am entertaining a guest from a separate state that weekend.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what about
He's
Thursday and
got
Friday?
Adam coming up.
I've got Adam.
Excuse
I
me,
want to
good
come
sir.
and see you guys.
Good sir, I have to stop you there. Adam is a gateway drug. I've seen what it did to the people of Rapture, so I'm going to ask you to stop doing that.
Oh, dear Lord.
The ability to pick up things and set bee traps is nice, but you don't want that.
I think if you tell Sydney I've been,
Sydney, your
Pardon me?
boyfriend's been
Token.
doing Adam.
if I've been
Doing it
smoking
long
some
and
Adam,
hard.
that's a problem.
He has a big problem with Adam. They're lovers. He can't give them up.
Filing for divorce as we speak.
Wait, you're not even married though yet.
Oh, fuck yeah. All right, small victory.
Search his hands. If you find anything strange with his hands, you know he's been taking Adam.
Haha, you
Vigorously.
get
Oh
nothing.
my goodness.
No. Okay, honey.
It's like, wait, oh yeah, we're only engaged at the
You would
moment.
inject
Wait!
Adam through your hands. It came in like a needle. You stab it into your wrist, and it would do things. That's
Lady,
what
you
Adam
get
is. That's the
nothing.
joke.
Okay, I get it.
He has
Good
Adam
Lord.
coming up, and I told him he can't take that. And he's like, prove it. I'm starting to say all these things that seem sexual, but if you've played the game, you know that like you just stab it right into your wrist, and that's how you get your power. So you search around the hands for anything strange.
That daily dose of Adam. Inject him. Yep.
You see,
inject it.
yeah. He just has to inject him. It's a long, hard injection.
This just gets worse and worse.
What, have you ever seen the size of the needles? They're huge! I already have a
You're
fear,
giving him
I
too
have a
much
fear
credit.
of needles, so I would never be able to survive in Bioshock.
You're giving him too much credit. I love that line.
From what his wife tells me, we have yeah.
And don't forget,
So
he,
it's the motion. So it's not the tool. It's just the motion of the ocean. That's good.
and Sid,
All I'm saying
it also
is
ma-
he subscribed to Dr. Squatch. It does something, man. That pine tar.
I'm just saying that he also, if he's doing Adam, that means he's also doing Eve to be able to do Adam more often. It's just how it works. But if you use too much Adam, you need to start taking that Eve.
When did Sydney change her name? Her rumph.
A rum.
When you started taking Adam, that's when.
When you start taking Adam into your hands, when you started taking Adam into your hands, that's what happened.
It's all a balancing act, folks.
Yeah, you gotta be with Adam. You also gotta be good with Eve. Because if you ever run out of Eve,
Yeah.
Adam will hurt you, and you can't have that. So you gotta keep everyone happy.
Gotta stay at a state of equilibrium. You take a shot at Adam.
And in case you're wondering,
You gotta
Eve
take a
was
dip
the,
into some Eve.
Basically your MP. It was called
Take
Eve
a
for some
shot. You
reason,
gotta
I don't
take a
know why.
dip. Oh my god, that's so bad.
And in case you guys want to see an Adam addict at work, you can go take a look through our TMOG files and find Kitten of Doom's playthrough of Bioshock 2. Where she just bangs the hell out of Adam into our arms all she can, and then takes Eve very gently.
She wasn't addicted at all.
No.
No.
She had in fact, she had multiple Adams by the end of the game. Multiple Adams. Oh,
Oh yeah.
the kind that buzz, the kind that really heat her up, the kind that cool her down. She had them all, but she had a really big addiction to Eve. Eve was like the top
Where's
still
an L when you need her?
Oh
my.
my.
Just needed that Eve all the time. She was scrounging. She was drinking just to get some Eve in her. Made herself into a mess. But yeah, just take a look at that. That was a fun playthrough. Anyways, folks, we're gonna end this live stream.
I thought for a while there we were not actually getting derailed that bad, but hey,
I was just talking
So
about.
excited for Elden Ring DLC. Very hype.
Oh yeah, here's the attempt to get back on track.
Very,
man.
very excited. We get to
Help!
see
I'm
Radagon
slipping
the
off!
Red
I'm
do his
slipping off,
thing.
help!
We're just gonna yeet that right back into his place.
I'm actually just to help him get back into it. I actually can't wait for the DLC either. I am very
Same.
curious on finding out what these new weapon types are and the new spell casting.
And how they coexist together into a
Because I haven't.
wonderful.
I have this feeling that it's either going to be ninjutsus or some kind of dark cursed arts, in which case maybe the arcane score will actually have a great thing now.
Or they're going to just go Harry Potter arts.
Harry Parther?
Harry Potter,
Huh?
goodness.
I thought that was the one.
Harry
sipping.
Pothead.
Harry Potter.
Harry Pothead.
Found a pipe
No,
bomb!
Nick, that's only for the New Yorkers.
But
I will be one in a couple of days.
that's not a proud thing to be sometimes, man. It's not. But anyways, folks, after having the birthday wishes, the Elden Rings discussion, and the small
The
Bioshock
fully
film,
collapse of the train.
I mean, Irv was just talking about how much he likes Bioshock. That's what I don't know if you guys were probably about.
I love Bioshock.
Yeah, what was your guys' issue, huh? What's your guys' issue? huh?
Yes, exactly. Bioshock.
Bioshock. Bioshock.
Bioshock.
Gets you shocked.
I don't know what your guys' problem was. I was just talking about Bioshock, how you have to inject yourself with the Atom, and you have to use the Eve to be able to use Atom, or else he gets really grumpy and you can't use him anymore. And then you have to get a lot of Eve into you. And then Adam's happy, and then you use Adam's again. That's just how it works, right?
I don't understand why that makes Sydney so mad.
Maybe she should try getting a little Adam.
Maybe I don't share. That could very well be. Maybe that's why she took on this suffix EVE.
Online?
Maybe. I don't know. I gotta look at it. Now I gotta go search accounts. Now I have
Online.
homework.
Anyways, folks, before this goes any worse, I'm just gonna jump off the ship now. Thank you for joining us once again. I am Kaiju K.
I'm Necro Nick.
I'm Juggernaut Jared.
I'm your polyamorous herb garden.
No. Just dig the ditch deeper. She's Mama Bear. She's Tiny Trisha. And for Sid the Kid, hopefully not filing for divorce, and all the others, have yourselves a wonderful time, a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the future, everybody. Peace out, everybody, and cheers.
Later.
Huzzah!
Remember